What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Florida man meme, and we're just going to run through a bunch of different stories as such, just some of the most ridiculous things that happen.
Florida man phenomenon.
I feel like they progressively get worse, depending on what order we go in, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I'd say so.
I'm going to start with this one. So this one is a story out of Jacksonville area where a guy threw a live alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window. And basically, it was like a 3-foot alligator. He got his food and then just throws an alligator through the drive-through window. And then the story goes on about basically animal control talking about it. I can't remember if it said he got arrested for it, or I think I remember hearing.
I think he did. He got
He said he would turn himself in, but also they tried to go to his house, no one was there, and they tried to call him, and all of his phone lines were dead.
What? What, dude? And yeah, he was charged with illegally possessing an alligator and petty theft. So apparently he was released on a $6,000 bail. So, and he was ordered to have no contact with animals.
Yeah. I don't know how they enforce that. You better not be around any animals.
Yeah, you better not. You better stay your ass away from those alligators.
It's kind of funny because he said that he just saw an alligator on the side of the road and decided to grab it.
And just decided to take it.
That'd be one thing, but why he threw it through a drive-through window?
I don't know. I have so many questions. Like, what did they get his order wrong? And he's just no.
I think it was you know how they had like the drive-through pranks for a while, so you would like, order a milkshake and you would just throw it through there.
He definitely was doing that for like TikTok or something.
I think it's just an extreme version of that. Just like drive-through prank, throw alligator.
Yeah, he definitely just thought that was
more
like
Florida than that. Throwing a live
alligator through a Wendy's drive-through window. Like, why? He definitely thought this was like some funny TikTok prank. I don't know if he was recording it though. I wonder.
Probably wasn't, but honestly, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, he
no one was hurt by the alligator, by the way.
Yeah, he's right. It was funny. I mean,
no, it was funny. I'll be honest.
Imagine you're a worker at McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, and everything's fine, and all of a sudden there's a 3-foot alligator in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Lunging at you.
Oh no.
You'd be freaking out. That'd be hilarious, though.
That's a story and a half to tell to your friends.
What happened today? Oh, a guy threw an alligator at me.
All right, let's do the next one. So this one's, I don't think it's as ridiculous as that one, but it's still ridiculous. So Jason Stoll is a man who was arrested on a felony charge Saturday after authorities said he threw a hot dog at an officer who was warning him of violating a city ordinance. So Stoll was asked to put the hot dog down, but authorities said he continued his attempt to sell it. Stoll became extremely upset before he intentionally threw the hot dog at the officer. So what happened was he was selling hot dogs on a street where he didn't have the permit for anymore or something like that. And they were asking him to leave. Like, get out. Like, kick rocks. Get out of here. And so he throws a hot dog at the officer and gets arrested and charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer without violence.
What's crazy is up to 3 years.
Up to 3 years in jail. I
think it said 3 years minimum.
Minimum, yes. Minimum 3 years in jail because he decided to throw a hot dog.
And going to jail for 3 years for that. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
That is so absurd. Like, I mean, maybe you shouldn't have been selling hot dogs when you don't have a permit to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that serious. That it's
It's
been
really
3 years
not.
of your life, if not longer.
It's
Like,
seriously not that deep for you
that's
to be
asinine.
that mad about that. Especially at an
Honestly,
officer.
the cop's kind of a puss for being like, you know what, we're taking you in for throwing that. That's assault. Like,
Yeah.
grow a pair.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on. He threw a hot dog at you, dude. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not that serious.
that's ridiculous. Like, that's something that you're like, all right, move on. Like, you're lucky I don't detain you, kind of
Yeah,
a thing. Let
exactly.
alone
Exactly.
actually detaining someone, arresting them, and charging them with assault. I mean,
And
that's just like
charging them, yeah.
that's just doing too much.
That's a little over the top for that. But you could do the next one.
Okay, this one's probably more ridiculous than the alligator. So a couple called police because they thought they were locked in a closet for 2 days, and they were in a school. They were in a school, ran into a janitor's closet, thought they were locked in, and it took them 2 days before they called the police. Police got there, and it turns out the closet was unlocked the whole time.
Like this one, I have so many questions too because it's like, did
They
they
were
not
clearly
think
they were clearly on drugs,
they
and they
had
said
to
people
be?
were chasing them, and they were clearly on drugs. They said the cops found stuff that you would use to smoke crack with, and they said that there was feces in the closet and a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So they really thought that they were really stuck in there and never thought to open the door.
2 days. 2 days is 48 hours.
And one of them was on parole, I think, or probation. So they got arrested, and I don't know about the gentleman. There was a guy and a girl, and the girl was on probation,
Yeah.
I think, and she got arrested.
So this one in particular was not Florida man. This was Florida couple this time, I guess.
Yeah, but
Say.
it's hilarious, and they got trespassing charges, and I think misuse of officer's time or something like that.
There's quite a few of those on here, of people just wasting an officer's time, but we'll get to those.
Yeah, they definitely were just out of it, and
Yeah, they had to have been like in a haze, dude.
yeah, I
Like,
can't believe
There's just
I
no
can't
way.
imagine being in a closet or being in a room for 2 days thinking you're trapped and not trying to handle.
And and not trying to get out. You're just like so convinced that you're trapped that you're just like, no, it's not gonna work.
In a school as well, like of all places, just like a
Yeah.
random school.
So there's Florida couple for you. Alright, I'll do the next one. So 47-year-old Everett Lages was arrested at a strip club for trying to bring a kitten into the club. They told him no, you can't bring a cat into this club, and he called the cops. He called the cops on the club saying, "Yo, they won't let me in," or something like that. He was clearly drunk. Like, I think they even said that he was drunk.
I think they said that they tried to get him to go home and give him a ride, but he was just like not having it and ended up like getting arrested because he was belligerent.
Yeah, I mean, he was clearly not like thinking straight, and the very few Florida men do. So yeah, tries to bring a cat into a strip club. They say no, calls the cops, gets himself arrested, and he was
I mean,
he is now he was facing charges of misuse of the emergency calling system, disorderly intoxication, and trespassing after warning. Oh, and
yeah, just
resisting arrest
ridiculous.
without violence for no reason. For literally no reason. That this a lot like all these cases could have been completely and utterly avoided. Completely unnecessary.
Yeah, just ridiculous. So this one for you movie fans, it was a guy driving a Charger who I guess watched Back to the Future and thought he could time travel if he drove his car fast enough, and essentially drove his car right into 3 businesses. Just went right into them. He thought it was I guess it would have been a little better if he had a DeLorean, because then you could say, I see where he's going. But he had a Charger. So it's like, maybe he's like, well, it has Charger in the name, so it's probably just as good as a DeLorean. He didn't even follow the movie right.
Couldn't even do that, right? Yeah, supposedly he was trying to time travel. It's like, dude, wake up.
He tried to time travel, but he just traveled to the hospital instead.
Yeah.
It didn't say whether he had any charges pressed on him.
Yeah, I don't know what charges I mean, he definitely got something.
Who knows? Maybe they were like, you know what? This guy clearly has brain damage. Let's not charge him. He has it rough enough.
Yeah.
He's like, the stores were like, our insurance will cover this. It's fine. Yeah, just drove right into 3 stores.
Yeah, like, what do you have to be on to do these things? Like,
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, that's kind of like,
you have to like already have some screws loose before being on whatever you're on, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's like ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. It could be just someone who, can't discern reality from fiction, and then watched the Back to the Future movies and was like, oh, so that's how you time travel.
He's like, so that's how you do it. I see.
And then just like put it into action. And you know what? He gets
he cracked the code.
He gets a little bit of respect for that, I think.
All right, so a Florida man wanted to go to Hooters so badly that authorities say he told 911 dispatchers he needed a ride to the restaurant because his grandmother had suffered a stroke in the parking lot. Instead, okay, so they found out that after looking for his grandmother for 3 hours, they found out she was in a different location entirely, hadn't had a stroke, and was perfectly fine, and hadn't asked for help at all. So he ended up just going to prison. So
yeah, I think what's funny is he said that he would pay for the ride. He would pay the emergency responders. I just don't understand why he wouldn't take an Uber at that point. I guess it depends on what year
I don't
the story
know.
happened.
I mean, really, because Uber's been around forever. Literally
Uber's
forever
been
at this
around
point.
At least like 7 or 8 years, if not longer. So
yeah,
it's definitely more efficient to just hire an Uber rather than
than calling the cops and literally making up a story. Making up a story to say, first of all, okay, say they did drive you.
I wonder if he got to eat there, because he was clearly hungry. So I just hope he got to eat, because
yeah,
then,
I guess so.
If he didn't even get to eat there, how disappointed would you be?
Yeah.
Like you.
What a slap in the face.
You go through all that and don't even get your meal.
So if they did drive him there, and his his story worked, right? And they drove him to Hooters. Are they just gonna drop you off and be like, all right, good luck with your grandma, and just leave? Like, obviously they were gonna check in on his grandma.
They were gonna search and make sure
they were gonna search regardless.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't think that through at all.
Like, literally at all.
I don't know why did he want to go so bad that he was like willing to get arrested?
I don't know. I don't even understand, like, what. Again, Uber is a thing. Or you could have, instead of telling 911 officers your grandmother's having a stroke, why don't you tell, like, I don't know, tell a friend or something? I don't know.
Why didn't he call his grandmother for a ride?
Yeah. And he was, unsurprisingly, arrested on charges of misusing 911. So.
Yeah, I hope he didn't get that much time. Because could you imagine you get arrested and you tell them what you're in for? Yeah, I called the paramedics to take me to Hooters.
Yeah. They're just like, you're joking, right? He's like, no, not joking.
Yeah, that's just rough.
Right.
I got another one. Man drives into a Space Force base to warn the government officials about aliens and dragons fighting. So he said that the president invaded his head and gave him a message in his head
Yeah.
to warn everyone at the space station that American aliens were fighting Chinese dragons.
This
And
guy.
the
So
funniest
he
part is
didn't.
he stole a truck to go to the space station.
Yeah,
So
he
not
didn't.
only did
He couldn't even bring
show
his
up-
own vehicle or get there independently. He stole someone's truck.
Yeah, he
to do
stole
this.
a truck and then took it to a government facility, not thinking that this was probably a horrible idea. And they were gonna not be able to figure out that he had a stolen vehicle pretty much right away.
Yeah, because and the president, the president just told him in his mind, with like telekinetic communication, that he needs to warn them.
I don't know. Maybe it's MK Ultra, man.
What's the consensus on this one, guys? You think he was on to something? You think you think there's more truth to this than we think? I don't know,
I
man.
don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. He did say the president spoke to him directly in his brain.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that's pretty hard to refute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have proof.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have proof in either direction. So.
Yeah, I don't know. That's you know what? It was very nice of him to warn everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he deserves some respect for that.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
He tried, bro.
What if he saved
What can
the
I
world
say?
and he doesn't even know it? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
he's a hero.
Maybe we're all in danger.
Yeah, because we didn't follow these this hero's calls. It's very sad.
So, I don't know if this guy. I don't think this guy, this news story that I'm about to say, I don't think he got any charges for this because I don't think he technically did anything wrong. But yeah. So, Florida man parks his smart car in his kitchen during hurricane because he thought it was gonna blow away.
That's a reasonable fear, I think. These things are tiny.
And then he said, "My wife was impressed that I was able to fit it into my kitchen." That I was right about being able to fit it into the kitchen. And this guy, what's this guy's name?
Yeah, I mean, he deserves some respect for that.
Patrick Eldridge, of Jacksonville. So yeah, to be fair, to give this guy a little bit of credit, just an ounce of credit, he does have a very small car. They have a picture of his car in the kitchen, and it is a small car. It's one of those like 2-seated cars. So
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
smart car.
I'll give him that. He has a small car, but it's a hurricane. I know hurricanes can be very destructive, but your car's not moving, buddy. Your
Yeah,
car's
I
not
think it's
going anywhere.
ridiculous.
I don't know why
I mean,
we have
he's
to
one of
tell
the
you
most-
this.
He's one of the most sympathetic villains on the list. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this guy didn't do anything necessarily wrong. He just thought his car was gonna blow away. That's all. So, a little bit of respect for that guy, I guess.
So, a man wanted to be a police officer so much that he went and got a siren box and the light set up, and even got a radio installed in his black Crown Victoria vehicle. And essentially, he pulled over an actual cop. Like, he was impersonating a cop and then pulled over an off-duty cop.
That's so unlucky, dude. How unlucky can you be, right?
I mean, he shouldn't have been trying to pull anyone over. He wasn't a cop.
No, he
Yeah,
shouldn't
but-
have. But
So I guess it's kind of just like super poetic that out of all the cars, he chose
yeah,
to pull over a cop.
he just so happened to pull over an actual cop. Like, what are the chances of that? That is absurdly illegal. Just going around having like a power trip, being a cop when you're not a cop, dude. Like, that's like, why would you even attempt that? Well, I know why.
I don't
People
know.
just
I
people
think
just
it's
want
kinda
that
hilarious.
people just want that like power kind of fantasy going on, I guess.
I mean, some people, I'm sure, just do it for the meme.
Yeah, honestly, probably.
Which, I mean, I kind of would probably be right there. You know, do it for the meme. What else are you gonna lose?
Yeah, so he pulls over at the actual cop, and what did he even, did it say what he pulled over the cop for? Or did he just pull them over and was just
Yeah,
talking to them?
I don't think it really talks much about why he did it.
And, well, yeah, the cop, the real cop, asked for his credentials, which he obviously did not have, and, he was like, alright, buddy, you're coming with me to the police station.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just ridiculous. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the scene where Dwight puts the siren on, and then it's instantly pulled over by police. Like, Dwight, we already told you can't be doing this, and then he just spends the next minute and a half trying to pull over, selling weapons out of the car.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that reminded me of, honestly.
So, depending on the state, impersonating a law enforcement officer can be considered either a felony or a misdemeanor, and then can include a jail term of up to 5 years and a fine. So, imagine being that stupid. Like, was it worth it? Was the power trip worth it? Well, guys, this was the Florida Man phenomenon. The compilation of to end all compilations, essentially. So, hope you guys enjoyed. You may have heard of any of these stories. Tell us if you did. Tell us if you haven't. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All right, peace.